just made our way into the Mulawati, just because it runs kind of a well, not quite congruently, but it runs close to where those squirrels were alarm calling. So I was just checking just to see if anything was lurking, and I thought, well, while we're here, might as well just say a little update on the wigs. As you can see, growing well, feathers developing, and starting to look more and more like adult owls by the day. You also can see that they are incredibly hot. There is that Gular flutter taking place on the owl on the left, just trying to get rid of that excess heat, and it's why I think they don't like staying in the nest anymore. As you can see how that sun hits them in the mornings, and I can assure you that it is hot when you're in the sun, especially if you're covered in a whole bunch of thick down feathers. It's not going to be very, very pleasant. Just the thought of wearing a down jacket right now makes me uncomfortable, so I can only imagine how these poor little owls are feeling, and that's why it makes sense for them to be able to have a way of getting rid of excess heat, and so effectively panting like an animal would. You see the little owls looking at a starling that's come down. There's a starling that obviously is seeing little insects or something lurking around the owls and is very interested. There we go. What do you want, starling? Little greater blue-eared. Look at how the wig is just watching it. The one's watching, the other one doesn't seem too perturbed by this. It's quite cool, isn't it? I don't often see birds getting close to birds of prey. I'm normally a bit wary of them, but clearly the starling does not feel threatened by the two baby wigs. Abigail, I think it might just be you. They certainly don't look less grumpy to me, especially now the way it's just death staring this starling as if to say, what are you doing here? You will not come into our nest. So they always have this kind of grumpy face, but it'll start to change because as the adult sort of plumage develops and the way that they kind of, the structure of their face changes slightly and their eyes become a lot more wide and soft. I don't know if softer is probably a better description of them when they get older. Like if you see the adults, yes, they have these beautiful big eyes, but it's always like a soft expression, not like the little ones that sort of have this furrowed brow and almost look as though they should be in an Angry Birds cartoon game. I love how both of them are just watching the starling. It's almost as if they're a little bit nervous of it. Starling seems completely unperturbed by these owls. I don't know what it's grabbing there. It seems to be grabbing stuff off of the grass. I wonder if it's looking for nesting material. There it is, it's grabbing leaves. You know what it might be also looking for, and why it's hanging around, is if it is a nesting bird, is to be looking for little down feathers. They make for I can't speak anymore. They make for great nest liners, not grist. Great nest liners. There we go. I'll get it out eventually. So maybe that's what it's trying to kind of find. If it's got a few leaves in its mouth at the moment, it's definitely not a food source. Let's see if it grabs that feather there. I see one feather in amongst all of that it's busy. No. Yeah, it's definitely collecting nesting material. The two wigs are watching it closely though. It's weird though, it's very, very, very fine, very small nesting material. Did I say greater blue-eared eagle? The starling, did I say greater blue-eared? Or did I say Cape Glossy? No, I think did I say Cape Glossy? It is a Cape Glossy, it's not a greater blue-eared now that I look at it. And then the two owls are moving about. This, everybody's like, I'm not sure what you said. It just shows how much Eagle listens to me. I always feel like I'm just talking to myself on this car. Eagle doesn't like to chat with me anymore. There's also a little chagra that's going to join in the background too. Is it a chagga? No, it's not. I can't even ID birds today. What is wrong with me? Little southern grey-headed sparrow. It's just getting some nests. I mean, some seeds. And then obviously the two owls that have stood up and are both smiling now. Maybe that's why they don't look so angry today, is because they're Gular fluttering and it almost looks like they're having a little smile and laugh. They are quite cute, aren't they? Anyway, I'll sit with them and watch what they get up to for a little bit longer. So cute, these little guys. They're getting a little bit of personality now, and you can see they're quite mobile, so moving about and walking and doing their thing. And now when they stand up straight, it gives you a really nice idea of how big they're actually getting. They're no longer those tiny little fluff balls. They're developing at a rate of knots now, which is cute. It does look like that's Nadine saying. Looks like they're wearing little leg warmers. It's super cute. I'm sure they are not finding those fluffy legs cute at all. They're probably hating the fact that those legs are the way that they are. It's obviously not comfortable when it comes to the sun. I just love how they're both fluttering at the same time. Like I say, it looks like they're having a little laugh. Nadine was also saying they're probably laughing at Igor's shorts, although Igor's shorts are nice today. I like your shorts, Igor. Today I think you did well. No worries, buddy. Yesterday's shorts would definitely be a laugh, but today they're good. They have Saturday vibes to them, which is what we need. The only problem is they did not deliver on the wild dog promise. So, you know, there's that, which we are judging, but can't have it all. I wonder if they're going to walk again and in the afternoon be somewhere else. I think they're just getting too hot here now. You can see how they've kind of recessed themselves back and into the shade as much as possible, just to try and cope with that body temperature. The one that's looking at us on the right hand side looks super grumpy at the moment. It's got this face like it is not impressed by life. Nadine was saying that she wanted to say they're not as scary as they used to be, but they still are. They still kind of have that furrowed brow and just sort of stare at you. But anyway, we'll probably move on and go and see what else we can find.